Hello everybody and welcome to the East Shore Wiffle Ball League. The matchup that you're about to see is between the Freedom and the Stealth Bombers. Before we begin, let's take a look at their rosters. For the Freedom, we have Captain Hunter Crawford, Jarrett Shuey, Tony Dumez, Trevor Hoke, Ron Hoffman, and Alex Polino. For the Stealth Bombers, we have a massive roster here, which is Captain Joe Colon, Jesse Clark, who is assistant captain, Tyler Miller, Will Cleland, Ariel Colon, Tino Colon, Donovan Wirtz, James Furjanic, Zach Dagg, Noel McGurl, Kenton Travis, Josh Miller, Ryan Mail, and brand new addition. I know it's like, man, can their team get any bigger? Yes, it can. Matt Ferguson. And now let's get right on into the action. All right, leading off here against Jesse Clark is Jarrett Shuey, as he's going to pop a ball up to the left side, and Jesse's not going to catch it, but he's going to touch it in foul territory. So Shuey's going to be safe at first. Now, Hunter Crawford up to the plate. As he drives it, left field, that ball's gone. A two-run home run for Hunter Crawford as he puts the Freedom on the board, as now the score is 2-0. Now, Tony Dumez up to the plate. As he hits it to the right side, and he's going to go ahead and leg that out for a single, as now we have a man on first base. Ron Hoffman now up to the plate as he watches strike three for the first out of the inning. Now Trevor Hoke up to the plate and he watches strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jesse Clark as Jarrett Shuey's coming to the plate. And Jarrett, ground ball, right side, and James is not going to have a play, as now we're going to have a man on first and second. Hunter Crawford now up to the plate as he drives it up the middle. Tony Dumez is going to stay at third base, as now the bases are going to be loaded with Tony Dumez up to the plate. Tony pops it up. Josh under it, secures it for the third out of the inning, as the Stealth Bombers are able to avoid some damage as they get out of the bases loaded jam, as now we're going to be heading into the bottom of the first, with Hunter Crawford here on the mound for the Freedom. Jesse Clark leading it off as he's going to watch ball 4 for a leadoff walk. Now Josh Miller up to the plate as he drives it left field. That ball's gone. A game-tying two-run home run for Josh Miller as he puts the Stealth Bombers on the board. And this game is all knotted up at 2 apiece. Nice shot by Josh, as that didn't look like it had the trajectory to get out, as it was a nice line drive, but it did. As now, Matt Ferguson up to the plate as he pops it up. Left side, Ron Hoffman under it for the first out of the inning. Now, James Furjanic up to the plate as he watches ball 4, and that's going to be a walk. Now we have a man on first. Jesse Clark now up to the plate as he swings, ground ball back to the pitcher's mound. Hunter throws it to first, but it is not in time, and Shuey even drops the ball, but it didn't matter because the throw did not beat him. So now we have a man on first and second. Josh Miller up to the plate, watching ball 4, and now the bases are going to be loaded here with Matt Ferguson up to the plate. Matt Ferguson swinging and missing a riser for the second out of the inning. Now, James Furjanic up to the plate as he watches ball 4, and that's going to walk home a run as the Stealth Bombers take the lead. Jesse Clark now up to the plate as he swings and misses for the third out of the inning. The Stealth Bombers able to score 3 runs and take the lead in that inning, as now we're going to be heading into the top of the second as the Freedom are looking to take the lead back. Now, Ron Hoffman leading it off here as he watches ball 4, and that's a walk. Now Trevor Hoke up to the plate with a man on first as he watches strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Now, Jarrett Shuey up to the plate as he drives it right field. Matt Ferguson jumping up and catching it, and he throws the ball over top of Ron as they almost doubled up Ron, but Ron able to duck that ball to get out of that double play trouble. And now, Hunter Crawford up to the plate. High drive, left field. That ball's gone. A 2-run home run for Hunter Crawford, as the Freedom are able to take the lead here now, with the score being 4-3. And now we're going to be having Tony Dumez step into the plate here. And the pitch. He hits it up the middle. Matt Ferguson making a diving catch to his right for the third out of the inning. Nice play there by Matt in his debut game, as now we're going to be heading into the bottom of the second. The Freedom able to gain the lead there by a score of 4-3, as now the Stealth Bombers are looking to fight back and regain the lead again here with Josh Miller leading it off. And Josh swinging and missing for the first out of the inning. Now, Matt Ferguson up to the plate as he hits a ground ball left side. Hunter Crawford bobbling it and not going to have a play, as Matt's going to be safe at first. Now, James Furjanic up to the plate as he watches strike three for the second out of the inning. Now, Jesse Clark up to the plate as he watches strike three for the third out of the inning. The Stealth Bombers not able to score any runs as Jesse Clark threw the ball at Hunter, and Hunter was able to catch that in the bucket there. That was kind of cool. Anyways, we're heading into the top of the third. The Freedom looking to add a little bit of insurance here as Ron Hoffman's going to lead it off. Ron tips it into the zone for the first out of the inning. Now, Trevor Hoke up to the plate as he watches ball four, and we're going to have a man on first. Now, Jarrett Shuey up to the plate as he swings and misses on a check swing for the second out of the inning. Hunter Crawford up to the plate. High drive, left field, that ball's gone! Another two-run home run for Hunter Crawford, as now the score is 6-3, and that adds a little bit of insurance to the Freedom's lead.
All year, let's go!
As now Tony Dumez is going to be stepping to the plate, and he pops it up right side. And no one's able to grab it, but the ball ends up just rolling towards first base. Josh grabs it, tags the bag, and that's the end of the top of the third. As now we're going to be heading in the bottom of the third. The Stealth Bombers need 3 to tie and 4 to take the lead, with Josh Miller now leading it off. Josh Miller, high drive, left field, and that's gone! A solo home run for Josh Miller to lead off the inning, as now the score is 6-4, and the Stealth Bombers chipping away at the Freedom's lead. And now we're going to be having Matt Ferguson step into the plate. And the pitch is popped up left side. Tony Dumez securing it for the first out of the inning. Now James Furjanic up to the plate as he watches ball four, and he's going to be on first base now. The tying run coming to the plate. Now Jesse Clark up to the plate, watching strike three for the second out of the inning. Now it comes down to Josh Miller. Josh hits it. It's high in the air. Is that going to carry out? No, the wind's going to contain that, as that did have the trajectory to get out, but the wind blew it right back in, and Ron Hoffman able to secure it for the third out of the inning. And that's going to be the end of game number one, as the Freedom are able to take it here by a score of 6-4. And now we're going to be heading into game number two. And it looks like Jesse Clark is going to be back on the mound here for the Stealth Bombers as he faces off against Jarrett Shuey. Jarrett, ground ball right side. James is going to grab it. He's going to throw it at Shuey, but he's going to miss. And Shuey's going to be safe at first. Hunter Crawford up to the plate, getting pegged. And Hunter fake charging the mound, as now we're going to have a man on first and second. Tony Dumez up to the plate as he drives it left side, hits off the fence, and now the bases are going to be loaded, and the Freedom are in business here with Ron Hoffman up to the plate, hits it, center field, that's going to get down. One run's going to score. Hunter's rounding third on his way home, and he's going to score. So that's going to be a 2-run single for Ron Hoffman, as now we have a man on first and second. Trevor Hope up to the plate, watching strike three for the first out of the inning. Now Jarrett Shuey up to the plate as he watches strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jesse, as now Hunter Crawford up to the plate as he drives it left field. That ball's gone. A 3-run home run for Hunter Crawford, as now the score is 5-0. And the 5-run inning mercy rule is going to apply on that 3-run home run, as now we're going to be heading into the bottom of the first with the Freedom on top 5-0. The Stealth Bombers looking to try and tie this thing up here in this inning, as it looks like Ron Hoffman's on the mound for the Freedom, as he's going to strike out Jesse Clark for the first out. Now, Josh Miller up to the plate, pops it up, right side, and Ron Hoffman gonna secure it for the second out of the inning. Now, Matt Ferguson up to the plate as he pops it up left side, and Hunter Crawford actually at the warning track. That thing carried a little bit farther. I think the wind has something to do with that, as now we're heading into the top of the second. The Stealth Bombers going down 1-2-3, as now the Freedom looking to add some insurance to their 5-0 lead, with Tony Dumez up to the plate as he pops it up right side. Josh Miller grabbing it for the first out of the inning. Now Ron Hoffman up to the plate as he watches strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Now, Trevor Hoke up to the plate as he hits it up the middle. Matt Ferguson going to grab it, flips it to Josh at first for the third out of the inning, as the Freedom now go 1-2-3. And we're going to be heading into the bottom of the second. The Stealth Bombers looking to get some runs on the board as they're being shut out right now, 5-0. And Ron Hoffman back on the mound with James Furjanic hitting a ground ball back to Ron. Ron's going to grab it, throws it to first, and not in time, as James is going to be safe at first. Now Jesse Clark up to the plate, and he hits it, ground ball up the middle, and Tony Dumez is going to step on second for the fielder's choice, but Jesse's going to be safe at first. Now, Josh Miller up to the plate as he pops it up center field, and Ron Hoffman going to secure it. The pitcher fielding that for the second out of the inning. Now, Matt Ferguson up to the plate. High drive, right field. Is that going to get out? It doesn't, as Jarrett Shuey able to catch it at the warning track for the third out of the inning, as the Stealth Bombers are still getting shut out here, as now we're going to be heading into the top of the third. The Freedom looking to add some insurance to their lead, as Jarrett Shuey is going to lead it off, and he's going to gain a lead-off walk to start off the inning. Now, Hunter Crawford up to the plate as he drives it left field. That ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Hunter Crawford, as now the score is 7-0, and the Freedom able to add a little bit of padding to their lead. It looked like Jarrett was texting as he was coming home from third base. And now Tony Dumez coming to the plate now. And the pitch, Tony hits it, right field, and that ball's gone! A solo shot for Tony Dumez as the Freedom go back-to-back home runs there to make the score now 8-0. Now Ron Hoffman up to the plate, looking totally ready to hit and in a very athletic position as he's just going to watch ball 4. Now Trevor Hoke up to the plate as he watches strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Now Jared Shuey up to the plate as it's ground ball right side, and it's going to be a fair ball, and he's going to leg that out for a single.
Hey, Shuey ran out.
And now Hunter Crawford up to the plate as he hits a line drive up the middle. That's going to get down. Ron Hoffman is going to stay at third, and the bases are going to be loaded with Tony Dumez up to the plate. Tony getting hit, watching ball 4, as that's going to walk home a run, as now the score is 9-0. Ron Hoffman up to the plate, pops it up left side, and Josh Miller just going to grab it for the second out of the inning. Trevor Hoke now up to the plate as he watches ball 4, and that's going to walk home another run, as now the score is 10-0. Jared Shuey up to the plate, pops it up. Josh Miller under in center field. He's going to grab it for the third out of the inning, as now we're going to be heading into the bottom of the third. The Stealth Bombers need 10 runs to tie it and 11 to walk it off, so let's see if they can do it. As James Furjanic is going to lead it off here, and he's going to hit a ground ball up the middle, and it's going to hit the bucket as he's going to gain a single out of that. Nice placed hit, as now Jesse Clark up to the plate. He's going to hit a ground ball right side, and Ron not able to handle it, as now we're going to have a man on first and second. Josh Miller now up to the plate as he pops it up, and Ron Hoffman going to catch it for the first out of the inning, and Jesse Clark diving back in the first. Now Matt Ferguson up to the plate, high drive left field, that ball's gone! Matt Ferguson breaking the shutout here, as now the score is 3-10, as he's helping the Stealth Bombers chip away at that Freedom's lead. They're looking for a comeback here with 7 runs to go. And now James Furjanic up to the plate, ground ball left side. Hunter Crawford grabs it, throws it to first, but not in time, and it's going to go away. But looks like James is just going to be at first base. Now, Jesse Clark up to the plate as he watches ball 4, and we have a man on first and second. Now, Josh Miller up to the plate as he drives it left field. That ball's gone. A 3-run home run for Josh Miller as the Stealth Bombers are starting to make this a little bit of a game, as now the score is 10-6, as that's a clutch home run there by Josh, but the Stealth Bombers still need at least 4 to tie it up. But let's see if this momentum that they're generating can continue, as now Matt Ferguson's going to be at the plate as he pops it up to the pitcher, and Ron Hoffman's going to secure it for the second out of the inning. Now, James Furjanic up to the plate as he hits a ground ball back to Ron. Ron is just going to tag out James for the third out of the inning. The Freedom are going to win game number 2 here by a score of 10-6. As the Stealth Bombers have won both Game 1 and Game 2, let's see if they can get the sweep as we're heading into Game number 3. Josh Miller starting on the mound for the Stealth Bombers as Jarrett Shuey's going to drive that to center field, but Matt Ferguson catching it at the warning track for the first out. Now Hunter Crawford up to the plate as he checks, swings, but they're going to say he went for the second out of the inning. Now Tony Dumez up to the plate as he swings and tips it into the zone. A 1-2-3 inning for Josh Miller here, as now we're going to be heading into the bottom of the first with the score all knotted up at 0 apiece. And so on the mound for the Freedom is going to be Tony Dumez as he faces off against Jesse Clark. Jesse swing and missing for the first out of the inning. Now Josh Miller at the plate as he pops it up center field. Trevor Hoke under it, and he drops it as Josh is going to be safe at first base on that error. Now Matt Ferguson up to the plate, ground ball up the middle, and the Freedom are not going to have a play, as now we're going to have a man on first and second. James Furjanic up to the plate now as he watches strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Now Jesse Clark up to the plate as he swings and misses for the third out of the inning, as now we're going to be heading into the top of the second. No one able to score in the first inning, as we are all knotted up at 0 apiece. And Josh Miller going back out to the mound as he's going to be facing off against Ron Hoffman. And ball 4, so that's going to be a leadoff walk for Ron.
Not doing this.
Now Trevor Hoke up to the plate as he watches strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Now Jarrett Shuey up to the plate as he pops it up to the pitcher, and Josh gonna secure it for the second out of the inning. Now Hunter Crawford up to the plate as he swings and misses on a nice pitch by Josh for the third out of the inning, as now we're going to be heading in the bottom of the second, and there is a no-hitter watch here as Josh Miller hasn't allowed a hit yet through 2 innings. And now Josh Miller leading it off here, and he's going to hit a line drive right up the middle for a nice base hit. And he's going to go ahead and end up at second because that was a ground rule double. Shuey putting his hands up. Now Matt Ferguson up to the plate as he swings and misses on a nice pitch by Tony for the first out of the inning. Now James Furjanic up to the plate, hits it, chopper, back to the pitcher. Tony gonna tag first. Josh is rounding third on his way home. Tony throws it home, and he misses the backstop as Josh is going to score the first run of the game, as now the score is 1-0. Jesse Clark now up to the plate as he watches strike 3 for the third out of the inning, as now we're going to be heading into the top of the third. The Freedom need 1 run to tie it and 2 to take the lead, but Joshua Miller is throwing a no-hitter, so let's see if he's able to hold that no-hitter here and make some history. As now leading it off here is Tony Dumez as he's going to watch strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Now Ron Hoffman up to the plate as he watches strike 3, and now Josh Miller only 1 out away from a no-hitter. Now Trevor Hoke up to the plate as he watches ball 4, so the no-hitter is still alive here. As Jarrett Shuey coming to the plate, and he hits a ground ball back to Josh. Josh gonna sprint to first. He's gonna beat Jarrett at first. So that is the third out, and Josh Miller throwing a no-hitter as the Stealth Bombers win by a slim margin of 1-0. And that is the end of today's action. The Freedom unable to sweep the Stealth Bombers here as they won Game 1 and Game 2, but the Josh Miller no-hitter helping the Stealth Bombers out in Game number 3 for them to secure the win. With that, thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you around next time.